Welcome to the channel of Visit Transylvania Travel. We are a travel agency from Romania, working on the tourist market since 2007. And we want to suggest you today a short trip to Transylvania, which is the most famous region of Romania. We want to invite you to come here for a tour which is entitled The Highlights of Transylvania. It's a tour of 4 days and which touch actually the most important places of Transylvania, the most important cities, fortifications, castles, medieval cities. And as you can see, as you will see right now, it's not a very large tour. So we're starting from Bucharest here, where my mouse arrow it is in the south. We'll follow this blue road through Sinaia, crossing the Meridional Carpathians to Brasov, where will be our headquarters, if you want, for the next days. And then we'll visit all the beautiful surroundings that we have around of the city where our company is based, which is the most important city in the Romanian tourism, because as you can see, it's settled exactly in the middle of Romania, in the geographical center of Romania. So it's very close to all the important touristical objectives of our country. In the first day, we'll go to Brasov, as I said. And one of the most important touristical objectives from this area, it's the Bran Castle, known as Dracula's Castle. The castle got its fame from Dracula's legend, written by Bram Stoker. It's a Gothic castle. It was built for the first time as a wooden citadel by the Teutonic Knights. It's a German order of knights on a side of the other famous ones, the Templars and the St. John's Knights, or as you know it today, the Malta Knights. And it was rebuilt in 1377 at the orders of the Hungarian king, which in the meantime conquered Transylvania from the Romanians in about 100 years, and he developed here this beautiful castle. Near the Bran Castle, near Dracula's castle, it is the city of Brasov, which you can see it on the back side of this image. It's a beautiful medieval city which remain with its downtown pretty much in the same position as it used to be 600 years ago, when the German colonists was moved in here. And here we have some beautiful touristical objectives to see. Like, for example, up here, it's the White Tower. One of that, you can see it in the larger picture here, where is the mouse arrow. And from this position, the White Tower, it was designed to defend the exterior part of the city, to not let the enemy to approach the walls. And as you can see from here, from this small hill where it is placed, it have a very beautiful view towards the council square, which is here. You can see in the middle of it the council house, which is here in the left side of our image. Sorry, I I showed you all the things. So the council house, which was settled into the downtown of the city, and of course the Black Church, which is a Gothic church, the largest of its kind between Vienna and Istanbul. It's called the Black Church for obvious reason, the darker color of the stone, which it is like this because of a fire from the 17th century, which left the church a black smoky ruin for about 3 weeks. The next one of the next stops, it's a UNESCO monument. It's part of the UNESCO heritage. It's called it's a fortified church from Prejmer, or Tartlau, the name in German, when it was founded by the German colonists many years ago. As you can see, these stairs from here, these staircases from here, and all the doors that you can see inside of the wall, representing about 270 rooms, each one designed for each family of the village, in case of danger, in case of attack of the enemies, which was mostly Tartars or the Ottomans. They was coming in here, closing the doors, and they have a place to live during of the siege. Also, originally, it was built by the same Teutonic Knights, which stayed in Transylvania between 1211 and 1225. Another beautiful city, another UNESCO heritage city of Transylvania and of Romania, it's Sighișoara, which is birthplace of Dracula. This yellow house here near the clock tower, this yellow house on the right side of the image, is the house where Dracula was born, because his father was businesses here in Sighișoara. And the clock tower, it's one of the most impressive and beautiful towers, main towers of the citadels and of the cities from Transylvania. Also, Sighișoara, it's famous for the fact that it's one of the fewest medieval fortified cities of Europe, which is still inhabited by the people, which usually doesn't happen. And because of the fact that not only Vlad the Impaler Dracula, it's one of the most important people which was born or lived in this city, but also the first rocket scientist of the world. It's a German, which was born near Sighișoara, and he was studied here in Sighișoara. His name is Hermann Obert. And also, it's a beautiful, almost romantic city, I can say, if I consider the narrow streets paved with the river stones, which exists everywhere in here. Also, another important and another interesting place, another interesting activity, if you want, during of this tour. It's a trip by horse-driven wagon, as you can see in the picture, in one of the Romanian villages near Sibiu, another important city of Transylvania, placed on about 1 hour and 30 minutes, 2 hours by car from Brașov. We'll go there into the village. We'll have a ride into the horse-driven wagon, and then we'll go to take the lunch in a local family guest house. And being a chance to see a typical Transylvanian household and to see how a peasant family lives. In here, the conditions, the traditions are the same as it used to be a couple of years ago, and many of them trying to recreate the way as the people was living in this part of Romania with maybe 200, 300 years ago. The traditions and the customs in Romania are pretty well preserved. And the last but not the least, but not the last, or the last but not the least, it's the Peles Palace, which is the cherry on the cake of this tour. It's one of the most beautiful European palaces and castles. Also one of the most modern buildings of its time, considering the fact that when the Romanian royal family was starting to live properly in this castle, which was started to be built in 1875. They ended the first phase of construction in 1890, and the royal family was moved in 1890. And in 1900, they actually had inside of the castle running water, radiators, electricity, elevator, a lot of conquests of the techniques of the time. It was presented in this castle. It's beautiful not only by outside but also by inside, which is pretty rare in the case of the European castles. So what can I say? I try to give you some reasons to come in here to book this tour with us with Visit Transylvania Travel, you will find this tour posted on our website, which is visittransylvania.ro. Visit Transylvania with I, not with Y. So you can find it, you can come, you can book it. It's a perfect period of time to spend in Romania and in Transylvania, are only 4 days. So it's like an extended short break, if you want, like an extended vacation. So short vacation. So you can come, you can book the tour, and we are waiting for you here to guide you, to offer you an unforgettable trip to Romania. And we'll try to do our best. Then your main concern to be the one to take good pictures for your friends, family, or for your social media. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope your bookings, and I hope to meet you at the airport from Bucharest to lead you into an amazing and unforgettable tour. Thank you very much for watching me, and what can I say? Don't forget, all year around, travel in Romania.